to the presentation.
Hello, thank you all for joining us tonight. I am Kelly Jo, and I am here to present to you information about the Slim Down Cleanse that you have been invited to take a look at. I do want to remind you all, to the right side of where you're seeing this presentation on the YouTube page, you will see a comment area. So please leave comments, and I'll try to be sure to cover any questions at the end. So first and foremost, let me give you a little back history of myself. I am a master trainer in New York City. I've been in the industry for 9 years, and I'm also a fitness nutrition specialist. This by no means, this does not mean that I'm a registered dietitian, but I do help healthy people who don't have any disease or any issues medically clean up their diet and set up healthy diets. Now, I was introduced to this system a couple years ago, and by being a personal trainer who is really all about whole foods, clean eating, that's the way to go, I kind of sniffed my nose at it. So I definitely, I'm just going to ask really quickly. If anyone can't see the first slide right now, I'll ask that you refresh your page. Hit the F5 key on your computer and you'll get a refresh so that you actually can see what's currently on my screen. Okay, back to me and this experience with the product. I heard a lot of big claims when I was presented with this, and I said, well, I have to test it out. So my husband and I, we both said we were going to do a 30-day together. And let me explain to you, I'm a personal trainer. I'm very fit, very dense muscle, didn't think my body would change much, wasn't looking for any weight loss. And within my 30 days, I'm going to tell you, I always thought I felt good. And by the second week, my husband and I looked at each other and we're like, do you feel this? And what I thought was good was better. I now really know what feeling good feels like. And even in the end of the month, even though I was putting in extra shakes and extra meals just because I wasn't looking for weight loss, I still, only 4 pounds down after 30 days, lost 2.5 inches in my waist and lost an inch around my bum and an inch off each thigh. So I'm just going to let you know that's my experience, and that is exactly why I have chosen to represent this company, this system, and that's why we're here to share it with you today. Because detoxification and replenishment is optimal health and pure balance for your body. You're here because you want a leaner you, a stronger you, or a more energetic you. Now, just a short disclaimer here, these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Isagenix is the world leader in whole body nutritional cleansing and cellular replenishment and youthful aging. Our company is 12 years old. We are right now in a state of momentum. I really do believe that Isagenix will be a household name very shortly. But I want to get to know you. You came here for a reason, and it's probably because you don't feel great in your body. I like to ask if you're living currently in your most beautiful body. It doesn't mean do you have a six-pack. It doesn't mean what do your curves look like, because every body is different. So your most beautiful body, I like to ask if I had a magic wand and I could just wave it around your head and anything could change in your body on the level of weight loss or muscle gain. Put that in your mind right now. How much would you want to lose? How much do you want to gain? Are you looking just for better performance? You're here for a reason because someone invited you and they know that you could benefit from this. Because no matter what, we do have a crisis, especially here in the United States. And you maybe aren't one of these people you're seeing on the screen. Maybe you don't have that much to lose, but understand that it is everywhere. And it's not just about the food we're eating. It is specifically much more than that. Of course, our food has contaminants, but it's beyond that. I just want to give you a few statistics here. The obesity epidemic, 2/3 of North Americans are overweight. 1 in 3 children are overweight. They're actually saying now this generation of children will not outlive their parents. That's really scary. Globally, more than 1 billion overweight adults, and this is not just a cosmetic issue. Obesity is the cause of disease, cancer, death. It is, I would say, aside from stress, obesity is what kills people. And I want to just tell you, it's not about just clean eating. It's not about living a healthy lifestyle because no matter how much you try to avoid, we are a toxic environment. And now, surely you've heard about the toxins in water. We've even got heart disease medication in water, cocaine, hormones from birth control. You name it, it's going to be through the water, and they can't filter everything out. They kind of put us on a guideline of what they think is safe for our body. But believe me, I don't think the government's really looking out for our optimal health. So it's not just the air we breathe. If you're not living in a city and you think you're not breathing smog or bus fumes or car fumes, it's still affecting you because there are farms where there are not cities. And in those farms, there are pesticides and herbicides. And that stuff's not just staying in the ground. It does get in the air and it does spread. And guess what, ladies? It's in our makeup, it's in our lotions. There's a statistic that says anything you put on your skin ends up in your liver within 7 minutes of applying it. So we put a lot of junk on our bodies, in our hair, on our face, let alone household cleaners. Now, some people are really wising up. They're using vinegar on their floors instead of things that are highly toxic. But even if you've taken all the initiative to try to make a less toxic home, I'm going to let you know it's still all around you. It's on your sofa and your mattresses and your carpets. It's flame retardants. It's on your plastic shower liner. There is so much around you just cannot avoid. And even worse, now it's in our foods. Because of the overuse of pesticide and herbicide on our produce, our food is now toxic. I'm not sure if you're familiar of GMO, genetically modified organisms. Our food is becoming Frankenstein food or Frankenfood, however you want to put that. And maybe an apple or a red pepper looks really luscious and really full of great nutrition, but I'm going to promise you it's nutritionally bankrupt. The only way to get minerals and vitamins into a plant that's growing into a vegetable or a fruit is when microorganisms in the soil break down the rock. And from that, it creates an organic composition that feeds the plant. So if we're using herbicides and pesticides, and we've been doing this for over 50 years, we are destroying our topsoil. And there are no more microorganisms feeding the plants, therefore no nutrition feeding us. I've heard a statistic that said it takes 40 bowls of spinach to equal the nutritional value of one bowl of spinach from 1950. Now, I don't know about you, that's a whole lot of salad. I'm not sure if you're prepared to go on a spinach diet. I surely am not myself. And now the meat industry is another whole animal itself. We've got antibiotics, hormones pumped into the cows because we feed our cows the wrong diet. They should be grass-fed. Their gut only digests grass. When we feed them corn, hay, or animal byproduct, they get sick. They get sick, they still want to feed us that meat or give us that milk. They put antibiotics in there. They want that cow milking more, milking always. They're pumping it with hormones. So that is not only in the meat you're eating, because chicken is just as bad. You know, you want to look for cage-free, you want to look for free roaming. I don't understand when they say vegetarian-fed eggs or chicken, because you know what? Chicken should eat bugs. Chicken should eat everything. So just make sure it says cage-free or free roaming. And if it's in the cow, it's in our dairy. So everything you're doing, if it's dairy, yogurt, cheese, if it's American-based cheese, I'm promising you, you've got traces of whatever that cow ate, and it's so highly processed, it's not even a natural protein any longer. People really are not lactose intolerant, they're pasteurized intolerant. So it's so far from its natural source. This is why people are getting sick and they can't tolerate the food. And guess what? Sugar is the devil, and it is in everything. Even the word diet, like diet soda, diet gum, I don't know, diet anything, it does not mean it's healthier. It's actually more toxic, and it will kill you later. So avoid things that say diet. Okay. And a lot of people would say, I feel good, and I, if I'm functioning fine, I feel like I'm in good health. The doctor says all my vitals are okay. Why would I cleanse? I'm just going to let you know your cells are in trouble because we do have a magical body. I'm going to tell you our bodies are beautifully created by our creator to cleanse themselves, to balance themselves. We have wonderful cleansing from our liver, our kidneys, our lungs. And now the issue is our bodies were not prepared to face the amount of toxicity we have today in our society and in our food. Our bodies are faced with 167 daily toxins, and our liver goes in overload. Surely it can process what I call water soluble toxins. That's stuff you'll process out of your urine, you'll process it out of your sweat, but it will not process what is called fat soluble toxins, phase 2 toxins. These are things like heavy metals, funny chemicals in things like McDonald's or other GMO foods that are not real. And I promise you, we did not realize what was GMO until now. People are finally becoming aware, and we are trying to insist that we get labeling here in the United States. You really have to know where your food is coming from. Now, when your liver's overloaded with all that toxin, it says, no way, Jose, and it releases that toxin into the bloodstream. Mad inflammation occurs in your body, and your bloodstream screams for help. The only organ to rescue the blood is the fat. And I promise you, it's now on this day, science calls fat an organ because it grows, because it has actual like properties and it has a purpose. And when your fat is toxic, it only leads to more fat. And you cannot sweat this toxic fat away. Our bodies are beautiful. We have a defense mechanism. When that toxin is absorbed by the fat, it's going to hold on to it because it does not want it back in your blood. So you can sit and get on the treadmill every day. You can try to starve yourself. You're going to be more highly toxic when you lose more subcutaneous fat because that visceral fat, the fat that surrounds your organs, is still there. Because subcutaneous fat's more the stuff that might hang over your pants. That stuff can be, with calorie restriction and working out, you can change that, but you're not going to change the fat that's surrounding our muscle, that's surrounding our organs. And the visceral fat is the acidic fat and the dangerous fat. This is why people always suggest you taking your belly measurement to see what risk you have for heart disease, because the visceral fat very much is around our stomach. And let me just tell you really quickly that the cleanse we're talking about tonight is not a poo-poo cleanse. It's not a colon cleanse. It's not just a liver cleanse. Yes, your colon and your liver will be cleansed along the way. It's a cellular, total body, lymphatic cleanse. So I have a few slides here. On the left, you see a before, and on the right, you see after. And the top corner, this individual had too much sugar in their diet. Now, these are slides that I took off a YouTube clip, and I would have this posted on Facebook to show you. It's a 2-minute clip where a doctor is demonstrating the blood of an individual before the cleanse and after the cleanse. Now, our cells, look on the right side, should look very circular, very open, and even to the upper corner, you see a big white blood cell that just checks in on all the red blood cells. That is what your cells should look like. Now, the one at the bottom, someone's eating too much meat, they're highly acidic. The little glowy things behind those wormy looking cells are triglycerides. And now look at what happened after they cleansed. The triglycerides are less, and the cells are nice and open and floating around, because this is scientific. And your blood will be cleaner, your lymph nodes, you're going to feel the difference, let alone see the difference. And that is why we're looking to this as more of an optimal health tool than just strictly a weight loss tool. But fat happens, and no matter how thin you are, you might want to still lose just a little bit. You might have a lot to lose, whatever it may be. I feel that everyone still is yearning to be in their perfect, most beautiful body. And we have a solution for you. And I don't know if you're working out currently. You should be, because that's a way of life and it keeps your cardiovascular health. Women, you need muscle to prevent osteoporosis. But when people are thinking of their waistline, they're thinking of losing, like spot reduction. It doesn't happen in the gym. It happens in the kitchen. You build a six pack in the kitchen. It is 80% nutrition and 20% exercise. So let me explain to you our solutions here. We have a full system because no one product can single-handedly remedy these problems. It's imperative that you do something to improve and support your health. So we've created a full system. So it's not a quick fix. It doesn't mean I cleanse and then I'm in my most beautiful body and then I go back to eating fried foods and bonbons and I'm okay. Like, you do want to continue replenishing your body with beautiful whole foods, clean foods, and hopefully nutritionally supported with some supplements, because our food is bankrupt. So I like to say we cleanse, we replenish, and then we repeat. I'm going to start with one of our products called the Cleanse for Life. Now this is where the magic happens. When you saw those slides of the blood cells, it is the actual deep cleansing that is helping our blood cells, it's helping our fat cells release the toxin. So I'm going to explain this. When you put the Cleanse for Life into your body, it alarms your body to release the toxin from the fat. I'm going to tell you, it goes directly to your bloodstream. Where else would it go? And your bloodstream is going to say, yikes, what is this? But because we are cellularly cleansing, you're going to be drinking water all day long, and you're going to make that phase 2 toxin, that fat soluble toxin, we're turning it into a water soluble toxin, which your body can get rid of. And you're going to be relieving it through urine and sweat. It's not a poo-poo cleanse. I'll repeat it again. And you don't have to be near a toilet all the time. And it's actually rather enjoyable. I'm not sure if you've ever experienced juice cleansing in the past or heard of it. It is by far nothing compared, because you are flooding your body with nutrition, not taking it down to the bare bones nutrients that your body can stay alive on, which a lot of juice cleansing is just really kind of sad what people can put in their body and think that they should thrive on it. So let me just explain this. This is not a laxative. It is not a diuretic. It's going to boost your energy, your endurance. So even athletes should cleanse. And it contains over 100 nutrients to support the body's vital functions and your immune system. So overall health, people are using this for deep cleansing. They're using it for daily cleansing. And people start making this a lifestyle. They might cleanse once a week because they really want to keep the toxin that they're faced with out on the regular. But once you cleanse, you must replenish. And now again, this is cellular replenishment. Now we have what we call isolene shakes. And in our program, if you are looking for weight loss and athletic performance, you're going to be using these shakes as a meal replacement. They're exclusively sourced with the highest quality of undenatured New Zealand whey and casein protein. Actually, we also even have them coming from Australia as well now. So this means undenatured, means it's at its most natural source. Denatured proteins is all that we have in the United States. And we are from grass-fed cows, so do understand we have the happy cow stamp. So the cows are grass-fed on organic land. They are not given any hormones for milking. They're milked in between their natural gestation periods. And because of the delicate process of how we create the whey, we're really 99% lactose free. So I've had a lot of people who were lactose intolerant who love the shakes because they really miss things like ice cream and other tasty forms of dairy. Our shakes do get really thick and creamy. If you use more ice, it is almost like an ice cream shake. If you're familiar with protein whey you get on the market, that's about a grade 3. Isogenics is listed as a grade 7. The ones from GNC or Whole Foods, you may open it up and it looks like powder, dry, dusty powder. You open up one of our cans and it's fluffy, and you can taste the difference. It's creamy, not chalky. It's creamy, not gritty, and it's because of the way we process the whey. It's very delicately processed, and it has 70 supercharged trace minerals. And it's so essential that we get enough minerals in our diet, and that is because we are lacking nutrients from our food. It's Nobel Prize winning information that every single autoimmune disease is a cause from lack of minerals. So you've got to load up on some minerals. I'm not saying we prevent anything. I'm just telling you that that was a scientist who figured out that every autoimmune disease is linked to a lack of minerals. So this is supercharged with minerals. It has enzymes in it, digestive enzymes, because it's going to help you process the whey and release it to the cells. So it's going to help for absorption. It's also going to help your gut. I don't know if people have ever gone on a high protein diet. If it's animal protein, things like meats, it's really hard to digest. So we do have these enzymes that help you digest and absorb the nutrients. It is a high nutrition food. We call this dense nutrition superfood, and it's less than $3 a meal. And you get 14 meals in a can. It also comes in a box of individual meal packets, and still it's about $2.90 per meal. I don't know where you're finding a meal with that much nutrition anywhere for less. It is clinically proven to support great weight loss results. We do have some clinical studies that are from multiple studies with doctors and scientists from the University of Chicago, where we kind of went up to a heart healthy diet that the government has issued, and we put people on a 6-week program, one of them using Isagenix, one of them using the government issued diet. And we even let the government issued diet people do weekly cleanse. One day we let them cleanse, and across the board, Isagenix had more body fat loss, more visceral fat loss. When you're looking at vitals, only because this is clinically proven, and we do have articles to support it that are published, even vitals were better for the Isagenix group. And now I want to bring up my very favorite product. The Ionic Supreme is God's gift to the world, and it did come through Isagenix. Now, this is an adaptogen, and I don't know if you're familiar with what adaptogens are. I'm going to let you know the word adapt of adaptogen is exactly what it's going to do. It helps your body adapt to stress. It brings your body into balance. They energize your cells, so it will give you more mental clarity. It will, if you're a super hyper person, it may help calm you down and keep you even keeled. If you're really low energy, it may adapt to your body and bring you more energy. So it is truly working with the cells, and it is unique to every individual. Some people like it first thing in the morning, some people like it before their workout, some people like it right before bed. It really depends because it is adaptogenic. It can be used in so many ways. Now, if you're working out, all you're doing, and you better be doing, is putting stress on your body. And that's what makes our muscle break down to rebuild. That's what gives us change, is really stressing out the body, hopefully not for too long every day, but when you take Ionic Supreme, you're going to perform longer, recover faster, you're going to feel the difference, push harder, go faster. It's supremely amazing. Now, this has over 200 specially sourced ingredients. All of it's natural. It is a proprietary blend that enhances the benefits of your antioxidants and the adaptogens. We are sourced from 13 different countries, and one of the top ingredients in this, I love, it comes from the Himalayas. It's called shilajit. And this mineral from the Himalayas, they found the monkeys that were living in that area of the mountains were stronger and larger than the monkeys that were living at the base of the mountain where that shilajit did not exist. And these supercharged trace minerals, again, back to the minerals, are so necessary for optimal health. And when I let people know that we're really not going to drink coffee during any cleansing because it makes your body so acidic, once they get on Ionic Supreme, they don't even miss it. I love it. It's my favorite thing ever. I'm sure you can tell. So there are amazing results that happen with Isagenix, whether you're looking to build muscle or lose weight. But I'm letting you know weight loss is just a side benefit to the great health it's going to give you. If you are looking for weight loss, the typical results in a 30-day program are ranging from 9 to 30 pounds of toxic fat loss. If you have a lot of weight to lose, you're going to lose on the higher end of the spectrum. If you have less weight to lose, then you, of course, are going to lose less. Someone who wants to lose 5 pounds, probably just going to lose that because your body's not going to release too much more than is necessary. It's really based on how toxic you are. And if you're not looking for weight loss, then your coach, myself, or anyone who invited you to this presentation will help you with your calorie intake to make sure you're not losing too much weight if you just want to experience the great benefits of cleansing. And right now, I just wanted to bring in a dear friend, Christina Prey, and ask her to just share a testimonial with you. Christina, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me, Kelly?
Yes, I can. Thanks.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Okay, so let me tell you how I came about finding out about isogenics. My sister Nikki, who some of you may know, sort of bought it for my birthday because I had heard about it a few times and was just not ready to hear the information, or kind of thought that I was healthy enough and just wasn't that interested because I thought, oh, I don't need that. And so Nikki kind of forced me into it and bought it for my birthday. And when I got it, I thought, oh, what kind of present is this? Like, I don't want to do this. And I'm telling you, when I was cleansing, even that first time, and now that I'm doing it again, I can't tell you how different I feel. Yes, there is weight loss involved. I've already dropped 6 pounds, I think, in the last 5 days, which I know sounds crazy for people that know me and think I don't have much to lose. But I'm telling you, I'm not dropping muscle. I look leaner than ever. My muscles are popping out. It's my stomach that has just completely sucked in and gone down. My thighs are smaller. It's shocking. But besides the weight loss aspect of it, what I didn't expect is how good I feel. I'm not having coffee. I was having a travel mug of coffee in the morning and a travel mug of coffee around 3 o'clock, because around 3 o'clock I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore. And that's with me eating clean, eating as healthy as I can, working out 6 days a week, and I still felt like that all the time. Since using these products and cleansing and drinking these, wonderfully nutritionally dense shakes, my body just feels completely different. I have energy I didn't have before. Um, I don't get that slump anymore in the afternoon. I feel peppy all day. I feel like I can get through my workouts. The weight is falling off of me. My skin looks good. I just can't even explain to you how different you will feel if you take the right nutrients into your body. And that's something that it took me a long time to understand. I was all about exercise, and it took me a long time to understand that as much as you can exercise, if you don't have the proper nutrition, you're never really going to get anywhere. So now I want you to know that when I get behind something, it's only because I really believe in it. I would never ever ever get behind anything or tell my family or tell my friends about something that I hadn't researched and that I honestly didn't believe worked. So when I come to you and I say that, like, I want you to try this and I think this is going to help you, I'm saying that from my heart, and I'm saying that I really want to help you in your weight loss journey and your health journey. And so much so that I'm really getting behind this product. And not only am I sharing this with people and getting to do something I love without me really intending for that to happen, I'm starting to make income from this product. So I want you to know that, you know, isogenics is really a solution, and it's not just a solution for your weight loss, it's a solution for your health in general. It can be a financial solution if you choose to go that way. But no matter what, isogenics is like, it's something that you have to experience to understand, because it's the difference that you will feel is pretty amazing. So I'll stop talking now, but that's sort of my spiel.
Thank you, Christina. That was amazing. And can you hear how amazing she sounds? How energetic? She is jazzed up because she feels good. And that is really the basis. People don't realize they're unhealthy because you're young, maybe your doctor says things are fine for your age range, but until you actually experience it, you're not going to know the difference. So, everyone's biggest question I know always is, what does it cost? So, I want to tell you, first and foremost, it's free. You got to buy food anyway. So you're reallocating some of your grocery money into new superfood dense nutrition. So in one form or another, you've got to buy food. Everyone has to eat. It's also free because if you don't like it, if you don't feel better after 30 days, you get your money back. So that means it's free. It's also free because we do have options of sharing it with a couple friends, and you'll get your products paid for. So the first pack I want to present to you, we call the President's Pack, but I like to call it a family pack because you do get loaded with a lot of treats and a lot of shareable product here. You will get everything that comes in a 30-day system so that you can actually experience the full 30-day cleanse, as well as all of the support that you will need. You don't have to think so much. I call it our foolproof system. It costs about $18 a day. Understand you are getting 68 meals and about um, anywhere from 40 plus snacks. And with the snacks involved in this system, you don't have to think so hard about what am I going to eat during the day. Of course, you'll always be supported with ideas from your cleanse coach and anyone who's gotten you involved, but it comes with this. So I say people don't have to think, they can just grab something and go. It also comes with a free Isogenics blender, the ISA blender, which is made by Bullet. It is a Bullet blender with a 1-year warranty. It could break 5 times, they'll send you 5 bullets. And we do get our Ageless Essentials with product B. This product is an AM PM pack. It's specific to male or female. And it's a pack of vitamins that have everything from omegas, a multivitamin, C light with time release vitamin C throughout the day. And what I like to say, our product B is a super antioxidant that is reversing the age, like the time clock that's beating us all up on aging. It's reversing aging on a cellular level. I'm not sure if you're familiar with telomeres, which are at the very end of our DNA and chromosomes. They start to fray, and they found that that is what cellular aging is. And we do have something in our body called telomerase, and it's mostly in our reproductive organs, but it does exist in everyone's body, some people more than others. This product B, super antioxidant, all natural, no stimulants, does go into the body and helps your body naturally boost up its own telomerase. So it's not doing it, your body's doing it. Your body is the miracle. Isogenics is a catalyst. So it is super anti-aging for anyone who's over 30, should be on something like that because you can stay 30 for the next 30 years before you want to turn 31. It comes with our Isa Delight chocolates, which are great support for cleanse days, and that is not coming in our other system, which I'm going to present to you now. This price is $5.59 for 68 meals, 40 plus snacks, a blender, and all of the support you need. We do have a basics pack. I call this our bare bones pack. It's a 30-day cleansing and fat burn system. You will get the results, the same results we're talking about with the cellular cleansing, the same results of the replenishment with this. It is just your bare bones kit. It's $11 a day because as you see at the bottom, there's an additional $40 charge for that box of chocolates to the lower right. I like to say cleanse. Friends won't let friends cleanse without Isa Delight chocolates. Those support you on cleanse days, and I would say they're very crucial. Our brains, which is usually what's beating us up anyway, and probably why we overeat, probably why we have, cravings. Our brains eat carbs and fats. Typically, carbs and fats are coming into processed foods. They're in sugary foods or salty foods. People say, are you a salty or a sugary person? It just means you're brain hungry person. Your brain is hungry is what the problem is. So these chocolates are not just to give you a good sweet tooth fix. These chocolates are full of amino acids and B vitamins that feed your brain. So on a cleanse day, when you are just drinking your cleanse for life and doing your full detox, you're not getting carbs, you're not getting fats. So these chocolates get you through it. They keep your brain happy. They actually boost serotonin in your brain. So those are a must. I really say they're a must. That's why it's not a $10 a day pack. It's more of an $11 a day pack because you do want those Isa Delights. But again, back to how your products are free, I'd like to just share with you quickly how you can get money back. Isogenics blesses anyone involved. So you don't even have to say, oh, I might like to make money with Isogenics. How much should I invest in the company? Anyone who makes a product order has every right to make money. There's no initial startup fees. So anyone who even tries the product later in life, whether it be like 2 weeks in, a month in, people are going to notice and they're going to say, what are you doing? You look great. You're just going to say, wow, it's Isogenics. And you're either going to send them some information from a website that you already have because everyone gets a website when they have their product, or you're going to get them on a call with someone who introduced this to you. Even get them on a call with me. I'm here for everyone. So when you cleanse with friends, you have a bigger support group. You could even start up a group cleanse. Group cleanses are great to get everyone motivated and everyone gets healthy together. If you have two friends coming on with you, whether it be right when you enroll and sign up for your product, or maybe it's even later on when you've already had a product experience, two friends in the same week. If your two friends get started on that $18 a day pack and you are going to get $370 back in your pocket. That's more than half back. If your friends start on the $11 a day pack, the bare bones pack, you'll get $150 back in your pocket. Now that's a little less than 50% back, but it's really great. So if for any reason money seems like that would be something that would restrict you from taking your health into consideration, then just ask some friends to join you, because not only are you blessing them with true health and really helping them propel in their life and feel better, you also won't have to pay as much for your system. Now, that's not quite free. That's how you get 50% back. We have a system called U plus two, them plus two. So if your friends here, you got Robert and Sue on board. If Robert and Sue wanted their cash back and they got their 370 or their 150, depending on what their friends wanted to do, when they get their two friends, you are going to get more cash. So you get $100 when Sue invites her two friends on board. You get $100 when Robert invites his friends on board. That's $200. If you do this within your first 30 days, when you're within that first cleanse experience, you are going to get an extra $250 bonus from Isagenix. Isagenix only wants to bless the people who are consuming the product and sharing it. And they put $20 million to the front end of their compensation plan because normal people who aren't even doing it for a full income or doing it as a part-time income, normal people, just product users, become a walking billboard, and they want to bless them too. So it's really there's no fine line between, do you want this as an income source or do you want this only for health? I think they're the same thing. Everyone gets cash back in Isagenix. So I think that's a true blessing. So I say you got nothing to lose. It is completely risk-free. The only thing you're going to lose is your waistline, because you know that there is 100% money back guarantee. We stand behind our products because they work. It's a 95% effective rate. If you're a random 5% and it didn't work for you, when I say didn't work, I'm saying, do you not feel better? Do you not look better? Do you not feel more alert? Like, if your health does not shift, then you could eat everything except the lid and you still will get your money back, minus the shipping, because UPS is not involved in our money back guarantee. And I also feel that it's not about the weight loss. It's not about anything else except really giving your body that break, giving it the time to heal. Our bodies do the work. Our bodies are the miracle. HEAL, HEAL, is the first four letters of health. If you truly want to be a healthy individual, you will take a look at cellular cleansing and cellular replenishment, because both are so necessary for optimal health. So why not get started? If you're watching this, someone loves you. They care about you enough to want to share this with you. And this company, our mission is to free people from pain. Free people from physical pain and financial pain. So if either of those resonate with you and you want to feel better or you want to make some cash, please just contact us and we'll get you started. If you need more information, then we'll go there too. I just want to see if anyone posted any questions. And it looks like there aren't too many questions going on here. So I think that wraps it up. I want to thank you all for joining us on our presentation tonight. And if anyone has future questions, please reach out. We're here for you. I have an email. It's kj@getkjfit.com. And I'm Kelly Jo. I'm going to just open up the mic right now to Christina. So Christina, what do you got, girl?
Hey, Kelly, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I just know my friend Jennifer, who wanted me to ask a couple questions.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
I'm just going to address those. I have a text from her I'm getting right now. Okay, so she asked about taste and consistency of the shakes, which I think you addressed.
Mhm.
Can you just touch on that real quick?
Absolutely. I'm going to put it out there real quick. Our shakes are alkaline. There's no refined sugars, no sugar, artificial sugar, no artificial colors. Everything in all of our products are so pure. So if someone's used to drinking something like muscle milk, which is only loaded with crap and it tastes very sweet, they might taste our shake and wrinkle their nose and go, ugh. Um, but if they stick with it, I'd say by the third and fourth day, their body, because it becomes more alkaline, because the sugar is going to start leaving their system or the fake sugar, um, they're going to start craving the shake. And I've had plenty of people who started off kind of saying the shake was bland or the shake was, even to the point of like bitter or not interesting. They had in a few days' time been like, oh my goodness, I wake up, all I want is that vanilla shake.
And
So
I would agree with that, Kelly.
yeah,
Your taste for it changes.
and that's because your body changes.
Right. And it wasn't that it was bad for me at first whatsoever. It was just that it has more taste now to it than it did the first day or two. I don't really know if that makes sense, but it
Hmm.
just seems to be more tasty than it was.
Right.
Probably because I'm acclimating to it. And she's also asking how many calories are in the shakes when you take the meal serving.
Great question. 240 calories. And some people, when you're looking at calories, they think they have to restrict calories. When you're doing a diet and restrict calories, you're depleting nutrition, and that's why diets don't work. So, yes, there is calorie restriction when you're doing our program because you're going to do 2 shakes a day for 2 meals, preferably your breakfast and your dinner. But you can add some fruits, you can add some kale, maybe some nut butter, and you can plump them up a little. So an easy 300-calorie meal is a very stable meal. But beyond just the calories alone, it's about the dense nutrition. There are other shake competitors out there, and sometimes there are 100-calorie shakes, and that's a snack, guys. That's not a meal. So really, like, understand, it's not about calorie intake. It's what is the quality of those calories that you are taking in, because when you drink this shake, even though it's only 240 calories, it's got so much nutrition in it. You are going to be full. You're going to feel satisfied. All your cravings are going to go away because your brain is going to get fed. Now, it is a perfect meal. It's not sugar free. It's not fat free. It's not cholesterol free. It's scientifically proven to be the perfect meal your body needs. Cholesterol happens naturally in the diet. It's not a bad thing. We have good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. I promise you what's in here is good. And it's coming from the whey protein. There's sugars in here. It's not refined sugars, which is crap and it destroys your body. It's natural sugars coming from natural fruits and vegetables. We've got beets, carrots, and apples are our main go-to vegetables and fruits. And then it's got fats and carbs. The carbs are coming from vegetables as well. You can't stray away from carbs and go on a no carb diet because your brain lives on carbs. Your body is fueled. Energy is carbohydrates. So if you're working out, if you're moving your body, if you're waking up out of bed every day, you need carbs. Make sure they're smart carbs. We've got everything in this as a perfect meal for 240 calories.
Okay, Kelly, I'm getting more questions just via text and Facebook.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Okay. I have a guy, one of my male friends, asking about is there a difference in servings or program for guys, especially regarding caloric intake?
Yes. So we do have, if you can see the shakes that are displayed from, I'm not sure if you're seeing the screen I'm have on here now. Those are called isoline shakes, and they are 24 grams of protein. We do have a shake called the Isoline Pro, and this is great for men and great for athletes. It has 36 grams of protein, and it's the exact same undenatured, perfect protein that is in our other shakes. So, yes, the answer is if you are looking to build muscle or if you are a man, it's the same pack, it's the same price. Each unit, each of those boxes, everything is custom built. So if you wanted 2 of those boxes to be the Isoline Pro, it's going to be $9 per unit. That's an $18 addition. If you want all 4 boxes, then it's going to be $9 times 4, $36 additional. So yeah, and you can customize any of this with different flavors, different types of protein, and that can be, whoever is bringing you to this presentation, then just, ask how you can customize your pack.
And Kelly, I have somebody on Facebook that's asking me, are we just drinking shakes during the cleanse?
Oh, well, great question too, because all we were doing was talking about detoxification and replenishing. We didn't really break down what would you do in a 30-day cleanse. What you would do is you supplement your breakfast and your dinner with 2 Isoline or Isoline Pro shakes. and then you're having a really hearty lunch, and it's whole food, natural food. And that lunch is about 400 to 600 calories. I guess it depends on how hungry you are, how fast your metabolism is, and how much you're used to eating. I like to tell people go for the 600 calorie meal, because if you're doing 600 calorie meals, two shakes and two small snacks, you're still in that range of 1300 to 1400 calories, which is a really healthy caloric intake to be losing weight. Some women aren't that hungry. So if you're eating no minimal than a 400 calorie meal for sure, you do need to support your body with calories. And the snacks you eat in between. So it's shake, snack, meal, snack, shake. And those snacks are smart whole foods. The meal is smart whole foods. People say, well, what does a whole food mean? It means, how did that food start on this earth? How is it the closest to the earth that it actually began? Did it come in a can? Did it grow from the earth in a can or a bag? No, I don't think so. So avoid things that are processed. If you're doing grains, because whole grains, we prefer gluten free, because especially when cleansing, gluten gets in the way of your absorption. So we like things like quinoa or brown rice over quinoa pasta or brown rice pasta, because the pasta is very processed. So we want to stick with loose grains, things that came naturally.
Okay. And the other questions that I have are, what kind of snacks can you have when you're doing this? And then the other question she's asking is, what if you mess up?
Okay, no, great questions. I love that people are really interactive and getting
Oh,
information. Thank
and
you.
my male friend who asked the question wants me to say on YouTube that his name is Gaetano.
Gaetano, thanks for that question. um, so, so when it comes to snacking, we really want to think protein. So, I know a lot of people are vegetarian. They're like, I don't want to eat meat, and I never would recommend eating just meat. I think that that's the hardest thing to digest. It's so much uric acid. It's really hard for your liver, and it really makes your body more acidic. So there are tons of protein sources aside from animal meat protein. So things like nuts. Take a handful of nuts. If you want a handful of berries alongside of it, enjoy some berries too. Um, things. I think vegetables should, I know in Weight Watchers they call them free. So have free vegetables. Have some carrots or cherry tomatoes, cucumber in hummus. No, I do a lot of support group cleansing. When I'm coaching, I'm going to provide lists of foods, even snack ideas. I have a list of 40 different snack ideas. Sure, some of those take a kitchen to get to, but some of them are just easy grab and go things. Um, there's going to be a lot of support for anyone who's doing this as the group. And when it comes to your cleanse days, understand this. If anyone's ever cleansed before, we do not do there's only 4 cleanse days in the entire 30 days. And those 4 cleanse days are not all back to back. It's not Monday through Thursday. It's separated. And so we are going to cleanse, and then we're going to replenish, and then we're going to repeat it. We're going to cleanse then and replenish. So you do get to snack on a cleanse day. It's not just drinking juice all day long and that's it. You get to eat what we call snacks wafers. They're small. I don't know. They kind of remind me of astronaut food. If you've ever tried astronaut ice cream, the texture is very like powdery, but it becomes a little juicier with your saliva when you're breaking it down. They may look a little funny at first. All that is our isolene shake put into a little cookie pellet. And you also can, like I mentioned, use our Isodelight chocolates, which are a must for any first time cleanser. If you're a seasoned cleanser and you've done this multiple times and you think, I don't really want to do my Isodelights, go for it. But if you're a first timer, you really have to. And if you have a friend you want to share the box and split the cost, that's fine too.
Okay, and the other question, we have somebody that's on the Facebook that's saying, so are there packs that come with meals in them?
No, because then it would not be whole food anymore. I know there are a lot of programs out there where they Nutrisystem or other types of programs, lean cuisine, whatever it may be, where they're like, okay, rip off the cellophane and enjoy your meal. What are you going to do? Put it in a microwave? Microwave destroys the DNA of food. It is no longer food. It is then a chemical toxin that you're putting in your body. Try not to use microwaves. That's just my own personal opinion. I had to throw that in there because I'm a nutritionist. So we would not provide whole food meals because it it doesn't keep. We're not sending things in refrigerator, and if you're going to make a meal, you better be eating it pretty soon after you've made it if you want the nutrients from it. So you are going to be using your own sources for your food. Get to the market. I say load
Right,
up. I put grocery lists ideas out too. Load up on a lot of fresh vegetables, load up on lean proteins, snack ideas like nuts, berries, and a lot of water along the way.
right.
So,
And then the other question was, what happens if they screw up and have a terrible day, or they cheat, or what happens then?
perfect question because it's life. There's no messing up. You put it in your body and your body's going to change, hands down. And now I'm saying that for any of our products. Yes, it works best as a full system, but I promise you, you just start saying, okay, I'm just going to do 2 shakes a day. I don't want to cleanse. I'm just going to do 2 shakes a day. You are going to feel a difference. So there's no messing up. Um, you can make choices, and the choices could be better than other choices. But if you said, oh my goodness, I had a cupcake at the party, and then I had steak and potatoes. It doesn't mean that every day that week you're going to continue choosing that. So you swipe the board clean and you say tomorrow's a new day. You say my next meal is a new day, is a new choice. The next thing I grab to put in my mouth is a new choice. A lot of things that sabotage diets are when you mess up in the morning or mess up in the afternoon, you think, oh, well, I'll start tomorrow. And you just start feeding your face crazy things because you think you're going to start the next day. You're not helping yourself out. So if there's a mess up, you say, what am I choosing next that is wiser? And please don't beat yourself up because this is life. And isogenics is a lifestyle. It's not about a strict regime. If people want to have wine, I always suggest red wine, 1 glass, not every day. Keep it in moderation. If they want steak because that's not a lean meat, and I say in moderation, if there's a special occasion you're going out to dinner, and that's something too, which hasn't been asked yet, but I'm letting you know, if you have social events, then you're not going to sit at a dinner and drink a shake in front of somebody. You're going to switch out your shake for your lunch that day. And you might be hungrier because your first 2 meals were only 300 calories. So you might plump up your snacks and eat a smaller dinner. Don't eat a huge heavy dinner if just because you get to go out. Don't include the dessert. Be smart when you're at that restaurant.
Okay, and one more question I have is, do they have to have a certain kind of water? Do they need to have bottled water?
Well, pure water is recommended because there's a lot of impurities in our water, but it's not always plausible. I mean, especially on your budget, unless you go
I
and
try to do
buy
it when I can, but I don't
right.
always do it. Yeah.
The cheapest way to buy bottled water would be the big gallons. Put the gallon in your fridge. But there, I'm pretty against plastics. So, I'm very much an environmentalist and I'm very much into the levels of toxicity in our food. And even though a lot of things can be BPA free, there's a lot of other chemicals in plastic. And the problem with bottled water is maybe not that you're getting the plastic absorbed into the water because of what you've done, but that was on a truck somewhere and probably got overheated. And when plastic heats up, it does leach into the foods. So it may come to you cold or be in the store at room temperature, but it probably got heated at one point along the process of getting there. So it probably does have chemicals in it. I highly suggest looking into a water purification on whether it be the pitchers or the one on your faucet itself, which are very affordable. And granted, it's not the perfect way to clean your water. Not everyone can invest in reverse osmosis for their home. A lot of people are renting, so they're not going to invest anyway. So look into some water purification systems and do some research, you know, and that's a good way to clean your water as well.
Okay, Kelly, can I just say one thing?
Hmm.
I think, if I was listening to all this and I sort of was all hearing it for the first time, I think in my mind I would think it was more complicated than it really is. Like,
Right?
I just want everybody to know that when you get these, systems at home, there's a very easy, very clear, simple guide that comes with it that tells you exactly what to do, and that is not complicated. Okay, we're really talking about just doing a shake in the morning. We do a shot of something in the morning, so just a little bit of the Ionic cleanse. I'm sorry, the Ionic Supreme, Kelly,
Hmm.
and then a shake, then a snack, then lunch, then a snack, then a shake. I mean, it's very very simple. There are a couple other supplements that you take in the middle of the day and then in the end of the day, but it's not anything that's complicated. So I know there's a lot of information coming at people, and it can feel overwhelming, or it can feel like, oh my gosh, I can't follow such a complicated system. I just want everybody to know that it's really not complicated. It really
Absolutely.
it really is a simple thing. And once you get in the routine of doing it, you'll have to look at that little guide that comes with it for maybe the first day. And then after that, it's just a very easy thing to do. It's not complicated. And it's a very livable thing. It's very easy to live with it. So anyways, that's my comment.
Yes. I'm so appreciate you saying that because it was a lot of information today because we put this together for the first time. There will be more of these presentations. So if any of you are interested in doing this and sharing it with your friends so that they can get healthy too, so they can jump on board with a group cleanse or just get some cash back as well, then you can send them this recorded link and they can watch this at their leisure. It is recorded. It will be on YouTube, and we'll share that link in the Facebook groups. And so understand that if people need questions and they are uncertain if they want, they also can get on a call with me or Christina or anyone else who introduced you to this. So I do thank you for saying that, Christina, because it could be a little overwhelming even when that
Right.
box arrives and you're like, what is all this product?
Exactly.
Um,
And I also want everybody to know that Kelly and I, when you do a cleanse, we're not going to Isogenics doesn't just ship you a box and say good luck. We ship you the box, and then you become part of a group, you become part of a community. Kelly and I are there to help you along. We're there to answer questions for you. Anything I don't know, I can just defer to Kelly, and anything Kelly doesn't know, she'll defer to somebody above her. So just know that any questions you have, any concerns, you're having a headache, you had a bad day, you don't know what to do, just know that we can help you with that, and you're not alone when you're cleansing.
Absolutely. Any more
Okay.
questions from the Facebook group?
I think I've answered them all.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you all for taking the time out. It's late this evening. It's about 10:30. That was about an hour long, and I really do thank you for your interest and being open-minded to be educated, hopefully motivated, and now the decision's up to you. So we'll hear from you, and we'll talk to you very soon, and let's get healthy together.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Thank you.